Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Root Beer Stand is opening Wednesday, March 28th. Mother Nature says spring arrives March 20th, but it doesn't officially arrive until we say it does. Come check out our new menu items along with all the classics. Sorry folks, no Tide Pods.
Good morning, Antwerp Archers. It's Thursday, March 15th, the Ides of March, and it's time for Archers Live with Madison Ruen and Katie Oberlin.
What time did you roll out of bed this morning? Chances are it wasn't as early as some of our school's staff and faculty. On today's broadcast, we'll be taking a look at what happens at school before some of you even hit snooze on your alarm clock. Stick around. Archers Live starts right now.
Today we have Gabriella and Zoen from Mrs. Vale's class to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Will you please stand?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On the lunch menu for today, we are having a chicken fajita, tossed salad, peaches, and milk or salad bar.
On the calendar for today, Battle of the Book students will be leaving for the Allen County Public Library at 11:10. If you're going on that trip, please meet in the rotunda outside the office a little before that time. Make sure you bring your money, a book, and any Battle of the Book study material you have.
Because Mrs. Bagley will be going with the Battle of the Book students, her 7th period study hall students should report to Mr. Hale's room. And last, we have a school board meeting at 6 o'clock in the boardroom.
Happy birthday today to 8th grader Noah Smith turning 14 and to sophomore Boston Dunderman turning 16. We hope you both have a great day.
Now it's time for our Mini Archer update. Here's Paley from Mrs. Vale's class.
Good morning, Mini Archers. Next week will be the kickoff for day of our school's first ever BOGO book fair. There will only be books at the fair, and every one is buy one, get one free. The book fair runs through next Friday and will be open during the school day and during kindergarten registration. Get some money ready. Back to you, Madison and Katie.
Thanks, Paley. We have 2 more seniors to recognize in this week's Senior Spotlight. First up is Courtney Smith. Courtney has been accepted to Indiana University, Fort Wayne, the University of St. Francis, Anderson University, and the University of Findlay. Courtney has chosen to attend IU Fort Wayne and will be majoring in nursing.
Next is Christian Huss. Christian will be entering the Indiana Air National Guard. Best of luck, both Courtney and Christian. Congratulations on your upcoming graduation.
In club and organization news, the Student Council Town Hall meetings will be this Friday in Mrs. Reyes' room. Middle school, your meeting will take place during your study hall. High school, your meeting will take place during your lunch.
Mrs. Sorrell sent a few more pictures from New York City. Here are the yearbook students getting this year's book critiqued by Mary Kay Downs. She has been teaching yearbook for 52 years. Downs gave them some suggestions for small changes they can make on future yearbooks. And here are the journalism students at the fountain in Central Park. If any of you have seen the TV show Friends, the fountain should look familiar.
Congratulations to junior Aiden McAlexander on being named Frickers Athlete of the Week on 105.7 The Bull earlier this week, presented by Frickers of Defiance. Breakfast with the Bull announces these every Tuesday morning during the school year to spotlight the athletic accomplishments of area high school athletes. Once again, great job to Aiden.
Don't forget that Hoops for Heart is next Wednesday. Sign-up sheets are in the office. The Hammond family has again agreed to donate $50 gift certificates to the students, both middle school and high school, who collect that highest amount of money for the American Heart Association.
What happens at our school before the bell rings at 7:50? Well, probably more than you think. ALSTV's Adam Butzin has more.
As a teacher, we never get everything done that we want to get done.
This fact rings true for many staff and faculty members in the Antwerp local school. This is why the bell at the beginning of the school day doesn't really start the day for these individuals. There are many activities that go on before school at 7:50. One of the main areas that needs prepared before the school day is the cafeteria. Deb Altick and Michelle Crawford arrive between 6 o'clock and 6:30 a.m. They start the machines and get out the equipment that they will need for the day. They begin cooking around this time as well because some of the foods take a long time to make or are prepared from scratch. Superintendent Dr. Miller begins his day very early and makes decisions for the school day.
At 5:15 I wake up, and so I always check my phone to see if there's any messages from other superintendents or from the Sheriff's Department on weather issues of course, check the weather myself. If there's nothing, then I go about getting ready so that I can be here at 7 o'clock.
Custodian Mike Roars and maintenance man Dan Weedman perhaps arrive the earliest, between 4 o'clock and 5 a.m. They check all of the systems in the school and make sure that they are running. They also salt the sidewalks when there is ice. Quite a few teachers also arrive at school before 7 o'clock. Preschool teacher Mr. Chad Cox is one of them. He gets here between 6:30 and 6:45 a.m. to begin his routine.
Antwerp's one of the schools that I've gotten into technology the most, especially with the young kids, so it takes a lot of time to get everything going in the mornings. So I work on that. I have to make my pot of coffee every day to keep me motivated, and just getting stuff on the table, getting everything laid out for the kids.
Mr. Cox also assists with the 21st Century After School program. Other teachers, like Mrs. Billman, come in before school to do the same. The 21st Century program assists elementary students who need extra help with schoolwork. Mr. Hepner is another teacher who starts his day early. He begins his routine at around 7 o'clock a.m. to ensure that he can focus on teaching during the day instead of on all the other tasks. Both Hepner and Cox feel that arriving early has improved their careers and helped them focus on teaching.
Getting early to school allows me to get stuff out of the way that I don't have time for during the day, and allows me to focus on other things, like teaching the kids.
I think it's helped me. It's kind of rough some mornings getting up, but I think overall it's helped me get started in the morning, stay on top of all the paperwork we have for preschool, just becoming a well-rounded teacher.
The list of activities that happen before the bell doesn't end there either. Just to name a few, show choir meets regularly for practices. Fellowship of Christian Athletes meets every Tuesday morning at 7, and NHS and student council members and advisors arrive early every Friday morning for the donut bar and school store. Occasionally, there are other events that go on before the school day starts. Mr. Zuber recently hosted a breakfast for students that possessed leadership and dependability skills rather than just focusing on students' grades.
It's a way for me to recognize students for various things, not necessarily just academics, having the highest grade, that means something, but it also means a lot as a teacher for kids to be personable, talk to you, be good leaders in class, being able to work with other students in class and be helpful in class, and also for kids who laugh at my jokes. That's a big plus for them. So.
Similar to how the bell ringing at 7:50 doesn't really start the day for many staff and faculty members, the bell ringing at 2:44 doesn't really end it either. Some school employees who may not arrive by 7 a.m. stay well after 3:30 p.m. It takes a lot of time to run a school, and our faculty strives to make it happen. Adam Butzin, ALSTV.
Thanks, Adam. With that, we're done for the day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning to wrap up the week. Happy Thursday.